I'm in Capalaba, 20 kilometres southeast of Brisbane's CBD, and I'm visiting my friend and Queensland horticultural icon, Barry Kable. And I can't wait to see what tropical treasures he's added to his collection. Hello, Barry.
G'day, Jerry.
Good to see you.
Great to see you.
Barry made the jump from truck driving to collectible plants decades ago when a chance encounter led to the purchase of a greenhouse business.
My wife was looking for a shade house to grow some plants in. We sourced out a shade house manufacturer. I liked what they did. I liked the business so much, the old story, I liked it so much I bought it.
Around 12 years ago, Barry retired fully, and his love of plants has only skyrocketed since, well and truly cementing him as a certified fixture in the Queensland horticultural scene.
I only retired from work, not from life. I sit on over 10 horticultural societies, and that involves a lot of committee meetings. It involves a lot of plant sales, coordination, benching plants for competitions and stuff like that.
And you help with the ECA?
And I help with the ECA, yeah. I'm on the horticultural committee of the ECA as well.
How long have you been involved with the exhibition?
One way or another, I've been involved with the ECA for 50 years.
50 years of volunteering. I mean, that's almost as long as I've been alive, Barry.
Barry's garden of over 2,000 square metres is a cornucopia of horticultural delights,
I'd have thousands of plants here.
including Technicolor bromeliads, obscure aroids, rainforest ferns and tropical orchids in every shade imaginable. I love coming here. Every time I come, it's something different.
Oh, Jerry, I just love plants and I love experimenting.
One of Barry's experiments is a growing collection of some of my all-time favourite plants, Amorphophallus titanum, or corpse flowers. Oh, Barry, you're a man after my own heart.
I love these things. They are so exciting to grow. They are terrific.
These are incredibly rare. There's only 1,000 of these left in the wild, so every single one of these is special.
I love them so much, I've got more than one.
And one of yours recently flowered.
Yes, I was so excited. I flowered that one in 2020, and again, just recently it flowered. It was terrific.
The column in the centre of the plant is called the spadix, and the sheath that surrounds it is known as the spathe. The spathe resembles huge petals, and as it gradually unfurls, the spadix heats up to 37 degrees Celsius, or 99 degrees Fahrenheit, and rhythmically pulses to shoot out powerful, fetid odours. In the wild, these permeate the thick, still jungle air, attracting insects as pollinators, which normally feed on dead animals or lay their eggs in rotting meat. Hence the name corpse flower.
Look at this, Jerry. I have a surprise for you.
Oh, wow, it's sprouted again.
It has.
And incredibly, Barry's backyard beauty has bounced back within a matter of weeks. Wow, that is impressive.
Oh, they're really exciting. That's what I say. They're so good.
What actually are your recommendations for growing this plant?
Water, you've got to be careful of that they're not too wet, but moist. And food, I just use all the organics, a bit of slow-release fertiliser, feed them up. When they're growing like this is now, it needs to have plenty of food.
And drainage.
Yeah, and good drainage. I use a mixture of good quality growing medium, bagged potting medium. I throw in there some cow manure, garden soil, and just mix it all together and make sure that it's a nice, open, well-draining mix.
When I last filmed with Barry in 2016, the main focus of his collection was his award-winning Phalaenopsis, or moth orchids. Is it a process where you get excited or you get a little bit stressed about it?
I get excited about it. I just love it.
Oh my goodness, everything's changed. Well, what prompted all this? He's since shifted gear and now dedicates his main greenhouse to aroids.
The Phalaenopsis were getting really out of hand. So many of them, so much repotting, so much work to do to keep them in good condition.
Now, tell me about some of your favourite aroids, if you have any.
I've got several favourites. So this Magnificum would be one of them.
OK.
I just love the leaf on them and the flowers.
So this is a brand new leaf, and this is one of the leaves at their best, at their prime.
Fully formed and
Yeah.
coloured.
I mean, this is gorgeous. It actually glows.
Yes, it's one of the things that attracted me to them. They've got that inner light. And this is another favourite of mine.
It looks very similar, but it's a different species?
Yes, it's a cousin, Clarinervium. The leaf pattern and shape is a little different.
It's a fantastic house plant, isn't it?
Yes.
But it does need filtered light and
Filtered
humidity and protection from cold.
Plenty of water.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is gorgeous. What is it?
It's Anthurium walkerianum.
And this one, apart from having handsome leaves, it's got a cute flower too.
Yes, yes, very good. Another reason to grow them.
Yeah. Barry also loves his Alocasia macrorhizos hybrids, huge ornamental taros that scream tropical foliage.
I love the variegation in these fellows.
What an amazing variation.
Yes, very attractive plant. Really got me into it. Very easy to look after these ones. Plenty of water and just a normal potting medium.
And if you do lose the leaves, you can cut them back and
Yes.
restart them again.
Yes.
And you haven't lost the plant.
No, that's right, and they'll multiply as well. There's a little one down here starting to come up from the base,
so
you
it
see.
is.
Yes.
Yeah, fabulous thing.
And I like the philodendrons too. These fellows here, I just like the pink on the leaf of
Yes.
these and the variegations as well.
Again, it's the bright colour and the randomness.
Yes, and they'll grow really well up a pole or on a tree.
Yes. And Barry's shade house features the only custom-built wet wall I've ever seen in suburban Brisbane. It behaves like a massive evaporative cooler, which these plants love.
It's got exhaust fans up the other end, which pull the air through the wet wall and keeps the temperature from rising above 32 degrees.
So it cools and humidifies.
Cools and humidifies.
And how about in winter?
I have a gas heater outside that blows hot air into here and stops it dropping below 12.
So really, living here is like living in Cairns.
Yes, this is fantastic in here. It's double insulated as well, which helps with the cost of the heating and the cooling.
So this is a gold-plated growing space. Nothing can fail.
Unless I fail. We'll try and get all that.
And Barry's got another trick up his sleeve that has greatly enhanced his growing success, which he's going to show me later in the programme. Earlier in the show, I caught up with my friend, Queensland gardening icon Barry Kable, to explore the new additions to his home garden of tropical treasures. Now Barry's back to share a new technique he's designed which has greatly enhanced his growing success.
I first came across this idea of growing semi-hydroponically in 2017 at one of the many garden societies meetings that I go to. I wanted to try it on an orchid, and I did it on one this size. It was slightly smaller, and here it is today.
And that's the original test?
Yes,
So, was it doubled in size?
it's doubled in size easily.
The size of this now mature Dendrobium fimbriatum is proof the technique works.
The performance is outstanding. I've never been able to grow this particular orchid to that size in that time using any other method. I call it my no-frills way of growing orchids.
Well, I'm hooked. Can you show me how it works?
You look for a pot with no drainage holes. If you can't find one, you plug it up with silicone. Then I use a soldering iron to poke 4 holes about 5 centimetres up from the bottom for drainage. We'll do this one here that's in my normal bark potting medium. So we'll take it out of that. We'll try and get all that chunks of bark out from there like that, any other rubbish that might be in there. Get it as clean as we possibly can. It's not a bad root system on this to start with, but it can be so much better, I know it can. And we'll just wash it off to be sure that there's no organic material left in there to contaminate what we're putting it into and get rid of the water. So we'll put all that to one side. Now, Jerry, it's all about the mix. So 2 parts clay ball, 1 part perlite, and 1 part 15 mil crushed quarry gravel.
So that's blue metal?
Blue metal, yes.
Right.
So we're going to tip the perlite in here. We're also going to tip the quarry gravel in here. And then we have to give it a mix up. And that's ready to go. So now we're going to backfill it as you normally would with any normal potting medium. I'm going to first put some material in the bottom of it so as we get our height right. And what I really like about this system and this particular material is that it just goes down and mixes amongst the roots and settles in nice and firmly to hold the orchid nice and firm without having to jam everything in there and hold it tight. It just sits there like that.
And that little tap makes everything gel together.
Just settles it in nicely, yes. Then I need to water that in. And look at that, it's full already. The excess water is now running out of these holes, which means when I put it back in the shade house and we have a week of wet weather, that orchid can't be overwatered because the excess water runs out the bottom holes.
And in hot, dry weather, how frequently would you have to water it now?
In this type of system like this, on hot summer days, I would water that, say, every 3 days.
So that's a saving.
That's a big saving, yes.
The part of the pot below the holes acts as a water reservoir, and the perlite wicks water up to the plant where it can be accessed when needed. The inert mineral nature of the perlite means many common fauna and bacteria pathogens that can infect plants are unable to persist.
Because the medium is completely inorganic, I have to add some fertiliser into the medium. I apply liquid fertiliser, but about half of what I would do with plants growing in normal potting medium.
Barry's had great success with this technique and now has hundreds upon hundreds of plants growing in it. There's Phragmipedium orchids, soft cane dendrobiums and aroids. But there's one standout plant that's the Achilles heel of many gardeners that Barry says works best of all.
Jerry, I'll tell you what does really, really well in this mix is maiden hair ferns. Now here's one here in my normal soil type potting medium. So have a look at that. We'll put it over here and I'll draw your attention to this one here that is in my semi-hydroponic mix.
Now, what do you think the secret is? Is it the consistent moisture?
Absolutely 100% yes.
And Barry's got some impressive examples that might just have you wondering if you're ready to have your heart broken all over again. So how long have you been gardening, Barry?
Oh, about 30 to 35 years. I've just turned 80 and I've never felt better.
Barry came to gardening late in life and his infectious energy shows us a life lived with plants, no matter what your age or stage, is a life well lived. His many achievements demonstrate how much a home gardener can accomplish in a short time with the right attitude. He is a star whom I greatly admire.
Some people call me mad, Barry, but my physical and mental health, fantastic.